Hello, viewers. This is Moment with PJ. I am Udochukwu Inihoma. I'll be your host for today's episode. And today we'll be talking about understanding emotional affairs and their implication. And in this topic, we'll be talking if emotional affairs is a form of cheating or a harmless outlet for emotional support. PJ is here to help educate us on this very topic. PJ, you're welcome.
Thank you for having me once again.
You're welcome, sir. Emotional affairs, as we know, is a deep connection. Emotional connection, actually, you have with someone outside your committed relationship. And so, what do you think constitutes emotional affairs?
Okay, first of all, we need to find out what created that emotional attachment. Because the affairs is going to do with an attachment.
Okay.
I cannot have an emotional affair with someone I have not seen, known, or heard about. Because my mind cannot fathom a blank person. So there must have been one or two contacts, a communication, unknowingly to that person, it can be. I fantasize, I long for, I crave after. And so in my privacy, I can emotionally be attached to that person. So the first thing is there must be a form of physical, not necessarily contact, but connection. A connection mustn't be contact. A connection could be that, oh, I saw Queen and I love the way she looks. Innocently you passed and I begin to fantasize about you. And I carry you in my mind as an object of fancy. And so I can have emotional affairs with your person consciously or consciously to you. Do you get that now?
Okay.
So there will first of all be a form of physical connection, not necessarily a contact. Yes. So that is how it is born. It could be from a movie. I can just see a very beautiful actress whose figure or shape I love, I begin to fantasize. Or you just saw this actor with all of his muscles, his physical structures and natural endowment. I begin to, wow, this is my kind of person. But you saw it from movie. So the first of all will be a physical attraction before an emotional affair can be established. Yes.
Okay, let's narrow it down.
Okay.
To marriage or couples, actually.
Yes.
What do you think constitutes such in a marriage?
Again, in the same way, if you did understand what I explained,
Okay.
let us assume I'm fantasizing about somebody and I'm not privileged to marry that person. And I'm with my wife. I already have an image
of this person,
of the other person. She might know, she might not know, but I carry all along with me that image. And so I'm with my wife. If my wife does not give me the kind of attraction that I have had all along, then that will continue. But if in my wife I see an attraction that knocks that off, that becomes a past. Do you understand?
Okay, that becomes a past.
Of course, it becomes a past. So my wife cannot become my emotional object for affairs.
As at the moment.
At the moment.
Okay, let's assume if she doesn't give you that pleasure,
yes,
that the other person gave you as at that time,
yes,
and then went with her, and your mind drifts,
yes,
to the other.
Yes.
So is it cheating?
Okay, now you use the word affairs.
Affairs, yes.
Which means there is now a connection and contact. The first one I told there's a physical,
emotional affairs, actually.
Just get this. The first thing, you cannot have an affair with somebody you don't see. No. I said you mustn't have a connection. I gave an example of a movie star you just saw and you start gushing over. That is why emotional affairs are actually secrets.
Yes.
Okay? So I just love a beautiful actress. Wow. And she wowed me with her natural endowment. She doesn't know me. I don't even know her real life. But I have in my emotions her image. Now, the next phase can never happen until you have a physical contact with her. What you just asked, the pleasure. The only pleasure I have will be a pleasure of my thoughts. But if by chance we meet and what I've always carried as a thought played out in real life and she wowed me on the bed, then there's a shattering damage.
Okay.
Then it's going to be a problem. So if I am meeting my wife, I already had a pleasure, that is going to be a problem. Now, let me even help you bring it home. Some persons have emotional affairs with their ex.
True.
It has ended.
Yeah.
The experiences was awesome, but something led to something and they are not together.
Okay.
And because they separated, each of them have gone separate ways and they are now individually married. Now, because of the sweet experiences you had with your ex, unfortunately, your present guy or babe can't fit in. Okay? So you need to be emotionally connected to your ex for two things. One, to make your wife enjoy the pleasure and you get satisfied.
Okay.
Now, in this case now, you had a physical connection. You had an affair physically. There was a transfer of physical touch, which goes beyond emotional now.
Okay.
But because for some reasons it didn't work, you are now into a fresh relationship, and so that person now remains in your emotion. Okay?
Yes.
Your wife can never know because you don't tell a woman this. Your husband will never know because you don't tell any man this.
Okay, that means your explanation means that it's not a cheating.
Now, you can now ask me, after having laid this foundation, you can now ask me
That's what I'm asking.
if it's a cheat.
That's what I'm asking you now.
Yes.
Because you've already explained it, and now
Yes.
I'm not asking you.
Yes.
That means it's not cheating.
Who said
Or is
so?
it cheating?
Ask me, PG, is it cheating?
The two questions I asked now. Is
Okay.
it cheating or not?
Okay, now let me not come in there.
Okay.
And you're going to take your answer. What is a cheat? What translates to cheating? Cheating doesn't necessarily mean physical.
Okay.
When you're getting married, it is believed and expected that your spouse have the totality of you. Physical, financial, emotional. But in this context, she does not have an emotional input. Number one, everything you do in the bedroom, you make her believe she's the one doing it. It is deception.
Yeah.
So you ask me, is deception right? I know you already know your answer. You make her believe the wow experiences on the bed. She is creating it. But deep down you know that she's not the one. Deception. Number two, you make her believe it is she on the bed that make you relate with her or touch her the way you do, but deep down you know that when you close your eyes,
You're imagining the other.
you are not imagining, you have the picture there.
Sure, hey, person.
Again, deception.
It's deception.
Okay?
Since she doesn't know,
Yes.
it is deception.
Yeah.
How?
It's number one, it is a problem.
Okay.
It is a problem. Every cheat is a problem. You only cheated on her emotionally because no matter what it is, you cannot give her your best in that regard. I can tell you how that has done because I've been privileged to meet people with that.
Really?
Oh, yes. They are not patient to go through the process of satisfying their spouses because they are not just emotionally attached, they are going through some mechanical work in their mind. And so, getting to orgasm for them is both mechanical, it's more mechanical than pleasure. So it is a problem. Church people need to go for a form of counsel. That is the truth. So it is a problem. Surprisingly, I heard this for the first time close to 25 years ago as a very young pastor. Queen, I was shocked. I thought it was demonic. This person trusted me and opened up to me. He said, Pastor, for me to enjoy sex with my husband, I must imagine my boyfriend we dated while on campus. I said, blood of Jesus. What is that? Now, as I begin to meet people, I realized millions are in that same shoe. So I don't just spiritualize it. I take them through some training and conversation to deprogram them of whatsoever it was that made them have that. So it is a distortion of their emotions. They cannot be fulfilled because emotions are not just meant to be satisfied in our thought realm. It is meant to be transferred to our physical realm. What you carry in your emotions, you bring them physically and make it real. So they are under punishment.
Themselves.
Because they're not satisfied. They only have relief. More often than not, their partners are the one being satisfied. Because they have relief, and so they dissipate energy to satisfy their spouse. Why they just get a relief when they get to the climax? So they're actually under torment. If it's a cheat, it's deception. And if it's deception, it's not right. You just cheated your wife on the blessedness of her emotion. It's a cheat.
Okay, so how can one now know if the partner is cheating on him or her emotionally?
How can I know if I'm cheating on my wife? Or how can I know if
The
my wife
person you're
is cheating on
cheating
me?
Yes, how can the person know? Is it possible? If he or she's been cheated emotionally.
No, I don't know. I think how will she know that she's being cheated? Or
That's
how?
if it's the man that is going through that torment, as you said.
Yes.
You understand? And
How would the wife
how would the
know
wife not know
that the man is being
he's
cheated?
been cheating her emotionally? How can she know? Is it possible?
No, she can't know because everything she needs to feel from her husband, she's feeling
getting
it. But the problem is she thought she's the one
Driving the
helping him
emotions.
to release those energies.
Okay.
At a point, the man will get tired. He will tap out or he will start looking for where to get satisfied other than the wife.
Okay, you mean it's now going to go further down?
He will go and cheat physically. Because he will just realize 1 year into this marriage, 2 years, 3 years, the woman is happy. She even think, wow, my guy is good. But there is an invisible image propelling the goodness. Why the man, like I said, so she might not know. She won't know, but she only been deceived to think she's the reason for which the man is bringing out those vibes or those energies.
Oh, thank you for that explanation. Now, I want to ask you again. Is emotional affairs, can it be platonic?
What by platonic?
Just peripheral? And not having any
It can
romance?
It cannot be. It may start there, but you can't. You see, there's something about emotion.
Okay.
There's a level you get to, your emotion controls you.
If you continue allowing it.
There's a level you will get to. Your emotion becomes your master.
Okay.
So it's advisable you don't even start it. The aim for you may be just platonic, just for the fun of it. Most people that masturbate, they have emotional affairs. Are you aware?
Okay.
Most people that masturbate, yes. So when they masturbate with a name, with a person. They fantasize with.
Okay.
Because I'm privileged to know that. No man masturbates with a blank name. No. There is someone he wishes he gets, but he
Or
can't
he's
afford.
with at that particular time.
You get the point. So anyone that is into such act, they have that emotional affairs. So you might want to make it at the platonic, like you said, but it can degenerate to what you may not be able to control. Because if you look at the element of emotional affairs, one I said is a secret. Anything that is a secret will snowball out of you. Just forget it. Any affair you start and so little bit is secret, forget it. It cannot be right. Because the knowledge of the fact that somebody is aware keeps you in check. That's why we encourage people. If you're going into a relationship, tell 1 or 2 persons. If possible, persons you respect and the person he respects. Let them be aware. That can form the boundaries. When you start it as a secret, by the time you are realizing it, it is gone out of both hands.
Okay.
So, emotional affairs, 1 is a secret. Number 2, it carries intense communication. I'm not dating you. You are not dating me. But I just realized I just want to talk to you. Because the more I speak with you, I have this relief. Come on, this relief. I may not tell you from the beginning. But if you are smart enough, you will know I love to talk to you. And there's something about communication and voice. Okay? There are people whose voice you will hear, everything about your word is melted. Okay. I've stated it before. Yes. When it comes to emotion, even the strong. Mm-hmm. So don't even start it on the platonic level. It's going to end up erotic.
Wow.
It's going to end up.
Wow. Thank you for that explanation, sir. Okay, now, what underlying issues or unmet needs can drive emotional affairs?
Yeah, like I said, if there is no emotional deep, means what deep, understandably. Deep. If there is no deep emotional connection with your spouse or your partner, it can make you start wondering for that he or that she you had emotional connection with to momentarily help you fill the gap. Because emotions are meant to be satisfied. That's how God created man. Okay. So if you are with Mr. A and Mr. A is not giving satisfaction, unconsciously you start drifting. Emotions will go to where it's being fun and satisfied. Because of morality and respect for your body, you may not want to go physical, but you not keep it in your thought life or your thought realm. So you gush around the man in your mind. It's not a sin. After it doesn't know, just to feel myself, but you are doing yourself more harm. Oh. So the underlying cause is because there is no deep emotional connection with your partner. How do I cure it? As against going to look for shop an emotional backup, discuss with your partner.
Open communication, an honest one.
A very frank communication. Most times, people don't discuss this. Because, let me tell you, if your husband or your guy just come to you and say, Queen, can I talk to you? I love you. But emotionally, I'm not connecting. You feel bad. He just told you a frank truth. That you're supposed to accept and talk
and
about
see how to
and
work
help.
On it.
You will start feeling bad on yourself. Oh, I'm not good for you. Maybe your ex, blah, 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 and all of those stuff. Do you understand? So most people, because of our reaction, they tend to keep it. But the cure is an open conversation about your emotional challenge. I am an advocate of
communication.
Communication is the first one. I'm an advocate of relationship structures. Persons you can actually speak to in confidence. I'm having this challenge with my spouse. How do I go about it? He can also help. Counseling. He can help you. If need be, then bring in your partner. You see, it is better we fight it together than you fighting it alone.
Wow.
You understand?
Yes. Thank you very much for that explanation. And thank you, viewers, for watching. Thanks for staying tuned. Please don't forget to like and to share and subscribe to these videos. Thank you very much and bye.
I think it's important we also tell them to please, we are open to your reviews and to your suggestions and your comments also. That will make us get better. Thank you.
Bye.
Shalom, greeting in Jesus' precious name.
Amen.